As you can see, time is up. Slacking a little bit. Now, these games are just about getting started up and whatnot. Going to be heading into the finals games. As Der Arbiter posted, it is ATP versus GB5. I don't know what that means, by the way.
Ryokushin?
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
Oh, nice. What does hosting mean?
Well, when you host on someone's stream, when they watch your stream,
yeah,
they're watching the person you're hosting. So it essentially gives you viewers.
Nice, I like it. That's pretty cool.
So people who are following his stream will now see yours.
That's awesome. All right, so Ryokushin is currently hosting mine. I just want to give a shout out to Ryokushin for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. You the man. And yeah, so we are going into. Let me. I think this is the other team. It's the other team. Too many friends. Oh no. All right, they are in game, so let's go ahead and take a look at the pick ban phase. We did have a chance to peek over their shoulder, kind of get a peek at what's going on. So in the top lane, we're just going to run through it real quick. In the top lane, we have Winger on Rise in the top lane. Doggy Nisunagi as Ari in the middle lane. That's his best champion, as he's self-proclaimed. Morgana on Crazy Legs as a support. Venom is going to be playing a Moo jungle this game, switching it up a little bit. Wing Pao will be on Tristana in AD carry. On the enemy team, on Wheelys, Fel Deity is going to be playing Scion jungle.
He's played a lot of that this tournament.
We have the Dingo Kid on Jinx in the AD carry. This will pull up in just a second. I'm going to switch over. The game's starting. And it'll come up. I believe. There it is. Always with the Bayleaf. Baylife hashtag. Whatever. Extralife 2014. All right. So once again, just to finish that off, we have Mafia, where we have Jinx being played by the Dingo Kid and AD carry. We have the Dingo Duck playing Thresh as support. The Best Blitzcrank NA is going to be in Maokai in the top lane, and Oriana will be going mid lane as Academic Doggy.
So I gotta say, everybody's been talking about Academic Doggy and how good he is, but I have to say that the Dingo Kid is playing out of his mind this tournament. He has been so good.
Most definitely. I mean, this is coming from a guy who's actually played against both of these teams.
I laned against him.
Yeah, laned against him, and so that really gives you a really good perspective. Now, OPGG is heading out, flying out of the gates.
Yeah,
What's actually surprising me is that they're not switching sides.
Yeah.
This is the same sides that they were on last game, so I don't know if that was just a random thing or what, but
it could be that Healys likes their side and they just deferred.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I'm looking at Healys comps. It looks like a lot of comfort picks to me, but it doesn't look like it has a solid theme. You've got AoE damage stacked on Rise and Amumu. You've got some peel on Morgana, and you've got an assassin, like pick comp oriented champion in Ari. Mm-hmm. No real protection except for Amumu, and obviously Morgana for Trist. Mm-hmm. So they're not really playing up the Trist part of the comp, they're not really playing up the AoE, and they're not really playing up the pick potential. So I'm just not sure kind of what they're going for here.
Yeah, just kind of hard to say. Looks like nobody's really going for an invade this game.
But if you look at the other team's comp, it's very pick-centric. Like, they're going to get tons of speed on Maokai. He's going to come flying in with the ball. Or maybe that sets him up for a Scion ult.
Yeah,
easy
definitely.
to hit.
And I think that making that Scion ult easy to hit will definitely be a big factor. That does a lot of damage. Does a lot for the game in general. So
coming from a Thresh player, when you play with an Oriana, when she ults, it makes it so easy to set up that box.
Definitely.
So
I'm going to leave it to Patrick real quick. I will be right back, and we'll have Patrick take over for the casting for just a moment.
So we've got a clear comp theme from red side, and it just, we'll see. I mean, I'm not pretending like blue side has no chance, but I think that there's a clear comp theme for red side, and blue side just seems like a mix of things. In the early laning, we can see Scion's flying through the jungle.
All right, and back here, let's go ahead and take a look at gold lead sign, just about 7. Well, let's go ahead and make sure everything's organized. Sure we're facing the right opponents. I'm pretty sure Ari is not facing Jinx. Last time I checked, anyway.
Yeah, last time I checked.
No lane switches. All right, there we go. I think we're good there.
Mumu seems to be flying through the jungle pretty quick compared to Scion.
Yeah, definitely. I'm beginning to wonder if he prefers those more tanky style jungles, because that is what Jarvan is. That's what he was playing earlier. And I actually noticed it was Heelys Wheelys that banned Jarvan. It wasn't the enemy team that banned Jarvan. So I don't know if they had a Jarvan player on the enemy team and they just didn't want to give that to him. But that's what I noticed actually when we were looking over there in the ban space.
I thought Jarvan was on the opposite side from Lucian.
No, they OPGG actually banned Lucian.
Interesting.
Because OPGG is Dagsi Nisunagi.
I thought Heelys did not ban Lucian. They had it banned against them. I remember that. I thought it was very funny that.
Maybe I am
first
getting things mixed up a little bit. Oh, forcing the flash on the Orianna.
There's early jungle pressure.
Early jungle pressure. Let's see if Scion can answer.
So he saw that Amumu went off to the right side, retreated to the right side, and the first thing he does, put down a ward, invade the wolves.
Definitely. A lot of both players very low mana.
They've been scrapping mid lane this entire time. It's not often
that's gonna get tiring eventually, and the thing is, whoever starts pushing is we showed himself. He just kind of has to go in academic doggy, and he doesn't have a flash.
Well, that's the thing. When neither mid lane.
We have a Scion coming up. Scion coming up. Is he gonna be able to get anything onto Wenger? He was.
No!
He got the pop up. Right down for first blood. That is a total of 600 blood, or 600 blood. What am I talking about? Gold going on to Heelys Wheelys.
Yeah, they're up 800. Early game lead.
Wow, that was big.
This guy
Wenger he just overextended a little bit. That's pure and simple what happened.
Yeah, also I think Ryze blew his W, which you do not want to do in a long lane.
I did see that, yes.
You shouldn't be blowing that W unless you have to. I think a long time ago when Scar was playing, he was playing in the All-Star tournament.
Yeah, and he's, known as being, just a little background, he's known as being one of the best Ryze players.
He's pretty good at Ryze.
In the world.
He died top lane, and he said in this interview, when he was talking about it later, he said, I just didn't know how to play Ryze in the long lane, and you learn things as you go, like, maybe I should not blow my W because it stops bruisers from all laning here.
Yep.
Mistake.
So, a little bit of a mistake there. I'm sure he'll possibly manage to jump back. Once again, a little bit in favor of Heelys Wheelys. Dodging that Jinx W. That is a lot of damage if that hits, so they need to make sure they're avoiding that at all costs. Don't need to take that extra damage if you don't have to. It is avoidable. Getting a ping from Scion. I don't know if he's checking just for a pink bush, or maybe just saying he's invading enemy territory. There is no defensive wards down from OPGG. They need to definitely work on those wards. That's something Phenom, I've talked to them twice now, or Phenom and just other players from this team twice now have been saying that that's like one of their main strategies, just making sure they're getting tons of wards down. It is so important.
Yeah,
a lot of damage going on to Rise, taking down to almost half health.
Coming from another ward-focused team, it was a battle. It was a real struggle playing against them because we were constantly shoving vision back and forth, you know?
Sure.
Felt like a real game, you know? But you can see when enemies don't fight, they don't fight against the ward coverage, that Wheelys just gets to have their way with them. He knows where the enemy jungler is at. He knows where Amumu's going to be. And if Amumu fails a gank, Sion's in his jungle, farming his creeps. And
there you go.
He can shut him down from that.
We see a lot of pinks coming in from Ari. Looks like she was trying to roam down a little bit. Didn't get too much of an opening, so she just kind of turned around. Pretty slow. Both teams are, I think, being a little bit cautious. No one's pushed super hard except for maybe Maokai at the moment, but that's only because Amu is on the bottom side of the map. I'm sure he's either aware or at least making a guess at that.
Yeah, and I think that Healys is pretty aware that Amumu's on his bot side. And Ori's playing fairly defensive, so even though you've got this power combo in Thresh Jinx, then maybe you shouldn't go super aggro because it's very possible that you get 4 people in your lane.
Sure. I did just want to make a special note that Sion has hit level 6. That is a very big engage. Kind of similar to Rammus in a little bit of a way, only Rammus stops. Sion doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He just
Sion,
goes.
As a champion, is very interesting these days.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it.
The thing is, with Sion, he wins even when he loses.
That could be true. You know,
I'm more specifically what I'm talking about is his passive. He revives and gets to do a ton of damage. Gets extra attack speed, I believe. It's just really hard. If he's on top, if he dies and respawns right on top of you, you're gonna have a hard time getting away from him because he's probably already damaged you to the point where he only needs a few more auto attacks anyway to kill you.
Right.
So kind of like dealing with a Yorick that has his ability up way more often.
Okay, so but you see from the blue side, OPGG, they do have enough CC to deal with the Sion once he's there.
True.
If you dodge out his ult and CC him down, he can't do much.
Now he is going with a Quill Coat, so maybe just.
And that composition truth was the same when we played against him.
Sure.
And obviously we're pretty ward focused. We knew where he was, but I just gotta say, Fel Deity is so good that we knew where he was all up until one point.
Looks like they're getting some kind of engage. Morgana has the black shield a little bit too early. She's gonna get flayed. He flays just a little bit too early. The snare stops his death sentence from coming down. Now OPGG, they're rotating downward. Sion, he goes in, checks it. He gets nothing for it. Oh, now Sion's gonna revive, but it's not gonna matter because they have no way of saving him or anything. So he just got to try to put down a lot of damage. Ari's gonna fall. Or Ari's gonna, take Oriana. Ari is so hard to say. We got a execute coming in. It's not gonna do enough damage to really take anybody out. We get a really good dark binding from Crazy Legs going on there onto Jeans, just over the wall, a little bit of damage, and now that's a free turret.
And I mean, I would have to say that was Wheelys' fight to lose.
Yes.
You get caught. Sion gets caught. I was just about, Caster's Curse. I was just about to talk about Fel Deity, and he gets caught. And Oriana panic ults.
Oh, stopping the back right there on Crazy Legs. Now she gets the.
All right, so they at least get something back.
She does get a death sentence from Thresh, and
now they've got no one on the bot side, and I think right here you stack up 4 people on bot turret and just take it.
Oh, I completely agree. I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to go for with that, actually, by not doing that. They're still going to get some decent damage, I guess. Maybe they're trying to set up.
Jinx is such a beast at taking turrets anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they didn't even need him. So it was good, I guess, because he got to go back, start hitting back to the top lane, possibly save that tower, because otherwise Ryze might have been able to take that tower, at least put a little bit more damage onto it.
No, you never want to leave Ryze in a lane by himself for too long.
Yeah, exactly. Most definitely. OPGG, let's go. Just reading the chat a little bit. Funny enough that Sion did that exact same thing to me mid lane around the same time.
Yeah.
Dude just knows how to make the early Sion work.
And I've got to say, I don't personally think that Sion is that good of a pick, but for some reason, Fel Deity just knows how to play this champion.
Yeah.
He'll show up bot lane in a lane gank that you'll never expect. You see, he's doing it right now, top lane.
Yep.
And
Just
if
chill
Wanger
there.
blows
Do you know
his
how
W,
much patience that takes? I cannot play jungle, honestly, because I do not have the patience to just sit there and hope that it gets pushed correctly.
Oh, here it comes.
Here we go. Oh, nice flash. They did get the flash, though, so I mean, that's really good in favor of Heelys Wheelys. Now, I did just want to mention also that after that little skirmish down bot lane, OPGG has been ahead in gold for the first time in this series so far against Heelys Wheelys.
Yeah, let's go for a 3-game series.
A little bit of fight going on in Blitzcrank. Let's see if Rise is going to be able to chase him down, and he just turns right back around and is like, no, I think I can take you.
Yeah, he's got 7 minions in his face.
7 minions, so Ring
I can't count.
Wanger is just going to turn right back around and be like, you win. I give up. But you're still not killing me.
So I wish I could kill you right now, but I just can't pull
Very
it off.
good W going down from Jinx there.
So it looks like
It's interesting to watch. Let's see if he tries to do anything, and he gets a ton of health back from his ult there,
things
forcing
brewing in the
Maokai
mid-lane.
off. That would have been really dangerous if he had tried to go in.
I think, it's that tank battle. It's like watching 2 ham-fisted people just sort of take shots at each other.
If anybody's familiar with boxing, I think a good term for that would be like an infighter versus an infighter.
Yeah.
Or a brawler versus a brawler.
Exactly.
They're just going to be in each other's face, and let's see if he flies over the wall. Oh, I wanted him to so bad. It would have been horrible, but it would have been hilarious. All right, we got Sion possibly coming around from the side. He's going to back off after all. I'm not sure what Maokai is doing. Maokai is slowly trying to head down. Well, max range snare right there. Sion ulting in, gets it onto both of them.
Oh, just the one person again.
Now, Venom goes to the back line, makes sure to ult them. The Jinx ult gets stopped. She is currently exhausted. They do eventually take down Morgana, though. That is a trade in favor of Heelys Wheelys, and they're going to possibly continue pushing down this lane. But Ahri has a lot of anti-siege, and just that she can clear minions very, very fast.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they would go in after Ori blows their ult on one person again,
Sure.
But they gotta play around Ahri's cooldowns.
Definitely.
I think that she's probably the strongest mid-game champ because they've got Trist and Rise. Rise just bought his Rod of Ages.
Sure.
He put in a huge gold investment and hasn't gotten a lot of return on it yet.
Yep.
So they're not ready to fight. Maokai got his Rod of Ages much earlier, and he's more stacked. And they've got big item on Sion. And, I just think that...
Go ahead and look at how stacked those are. That's about a 6-minute difference on those Rod of Ages. 4 minute? Yeah, 6-minute difference, actually.
Right.
Maokai is just going to continue to whack away at that turret.
So Heelys
Rise
is
is gonna,
just in a better
sharing
spot to
the
fight.
CS with the Tristana. I don't know if she was just mad that she wasn't getting CS or what was going on there.
That just points to like a lack of team synergy. Like you shouldn't.
Exactly.
The shot caller should not allow 2 carries in the same lane.
Yeah, not at this point in the game, especially.
Yeah.
It's not smart. Kind of a solo queue mentality, honestly.
So I think,
Not sure if that was
OPGG
just
just needs to
miscommunication.
take a step back and re-engage their shot caller.
They are still keeping that 200 gold lead, just over the course of however many minutes it's been since we last noticed. Let's go ahead and look at where the gold's lying. Pretty even across everybody, actually. Nobody has any significant advantages. It's just really, really even. That's the best way to put it. Now, that is going to do a lot in favor of... that is going to put Heelys Wheelys... No, Heelys Wheelys about 1,000 gold ahead.
1,000 gold between friends. Not that much, I gotta say. It's a 5% gold lead.
Sure.
When you're looking at
That's a good way to put it.
10% significant. That's the general. And so if they're keeping it
I would love to do that for you, Ryuku Shine. Sorry to interrupt right there. Just noted that the Extra Life banner was in the way of the Dragon Baron timer, so let's go ahead and move that.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about that. Oh, we got Scion
coming in.
Inbound! And we get a perfect, really good Oriana ult. Huge.
Wombo.
Dropping the tank and the Morgana. That's a really big thing to lose because that's all of their CC negation.
Can they kite it out? No, Ari gets caught.
Ari is going to get caught out. Tristana going in.
Uzi.
Wasn't quite enough, more like a wild turtle at this point.
Too bad this Uzi's from NA.
Too bad this Uzi is actually named Wild Turtle. Overextending, not quite understanding that the other person had flash as well. And that is going to be a free dragon for Heelys Wheelys.
Well, you know, like I'm saying, they don't need to be taking these fights. You know.
Who's that?
OPGG. They don't need to take these fights. They know they're spread out. They should just seed control the Baron or Dragon. You know, get your wards out, get your farm going. Because if you keep the game even, you'll outscale. With the comp they have, they've got Ryze and Tristana, two of the best late game champions in the game.
Most definitely.
They just need to slow the game down, keep it even, and then look for late game shot calling.
See both teams just kind of standing off a little bit. Jinx is going to go versus Ryze in the bot lane there.
And Jinx has a little bit of an easier time than last game when we were watching Vayne lane against Ryze.
Sure.
The range from Riku is really helpful in laning against Ryze. You can get your CS pretty easy.
A little bit of a multi-target thing there too. Best Blitzcrank NA doing a good job of just clearing up all that CS. Once again, maybe, I'm not sure if that's
smells the
a
gank.
little minute. Yeah, he smelled the gank, started backing off.
Oh, so you see they have the ward over by the blue buff, and that's...
So they saw him coming in from there. He must have suspected it.
Right.
See if Thresh can get any kind of death sentence on anybody. Not today.
Well, they're just gonna all group as 5, you see. And they're gonna check the ults. Scion ult up, Ori ult up. You know what they're gonna do.
Now, I do just want to mention also how far ahead Jinx is from the Tristana. That is huge in favor of Heelys Wheelys. He has not only an Infinity Edge, but a Zeal. To Tristana only has the Infinity Edge, which granted is a huge power spike, but that extra attack speed, that's a big difference
and
at this point.
From that fight that they took, that's where Jinx got all her kills. Just
all right, Amumu kind of goes in, decides maybe not. Maokai pops his ult, kind of forces them to move in. We get a flash away from Ryze. We get an execute from Jinx. Very good execute. Winger is still sitting on the side. He needed to work his way to the turret during that fight, but he just wasn't.
And you see she's killing Ryze from outside.
Now she's going to die. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. And it wasn't quite enough. Scion shoots a minion at Tristana for the kill. Wasn't quite enough damage to take down the Oriana. But beautiful jumping over that W from Jinx and killing her under the tower. She took 2 turret shots.
The Dingo Kid tried his hand at being Wild Turtle there too.
And
Academic Doggy's just there to follow up, man. He's got it. This guy has been consistent. He's put down the damage. Not too crazy. And you see he's 1-1-9. Perfect mid-game Oriana score.
Yep.
You know, a lot of assists, just wombo combo, and you're feeding kills into your
7,000 gold. She's 800 gold ahead of the Ari.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, last game, that's what OPGG wanted, you know? If you keep Ari down, then there's not a whole lot to worry about when you're really strong on Ori.
Yep.
It's just a matter of Heelys Wheelys gets the team fights. They get the team fights they want, and they're using Scion to do it.
Yes.
And Maokai.
Definitely some very good picks.
So what I think about this comp, out of Heelys Wheelys,
sure.
The Thresh isn't really doing much for him. I don't know what the the Dingo Ducks like proficiency level.
Oh,
is
we
on
got a
Thresh.
little bit of a pause here. I'm not sure if that's a big deal. It looks like they are back in plane. Okay, so
Okay.
Doxy Nisunagi disconnected from the game. I'm sure he'll be back very quickly.
But I think
So in the meantime, let's just kind of examine what's going on. We can't unpause
Yeah.
that, but
I think if they went for a Zillion, maybe this comp would be even stronger
instead of Thresh,
instead of Thresh, because you get the speed up from Maokai
sure,
on the W, and that lets him engage without flash.
definitely.
And then you've got this big Scion, double revive,
Yep.
Maokai revive maybe, depending on what's going on. That is a hell of a front line to get through. And with Orianna, there's no way they're getting to Jinx.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the one thing with a Zillion is that you really have to make sure you have a lot of communication. If you don't have good communication when you're playing with Zillion, things might turn completely against you because you have to choose who you put your ult on just perfectly so that they just absorb all of the skills of everyone
Yeah.
and then just come back full life.
Well, one way you can limit that problem where maybe you ult them and then they flash out with your ult on. You know,
Yes.
every support player knows how frustrating that is. But if
Definitely.
you surprise
Looks like
them,
they're about good.
you look at the nuke, you watch the nuke come in, boom, hit that ult. Like, there's no way that the enemy can switch targets.
Yes.
You know, and there's no way your teammate's gonna flash out, right? So you just have to
Yep.
make sure it's dangerous because it requires the reaction time. But if you've got it,
Go for it.
that's what I've seen. You know, is successful with Zillion. I played it earlier today in a match. We won, and I hit a Zillion ult on our AP carry, and
There you
never
go.
saw it coming. And he was laughing
times.
afterwards because he said, "I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead," and
Yeah.
he was not. And then I was laughing. So
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely an easy way to turn that around.
So it just looks like things are calming down.
Yeah, things are kind of definitely Ryuki Shine, definitely a very clean pause. But yeah, things are kind of slowing down a little bit. Just kind of want to feel each other out.
And I'm not sure what Healys Wheelys is doing right now.
They-
They've got everything they need to start a fight.
They got some good ward coverage around this dragon fight, but it's 45 seconds away.
Jinx pushed the side lane to get pressure going. So that they could
Okay,
start
there you
warding.
go.
And
Gonna take down those
they're
wards
just
easy.
grouping up.
Just sacrificing those wards to that pink buff or to that pink ward. They need to either get around somehow to take
But
that
quite
pink
honestly,
ward out.
you gotta know you're somewhere in the 7K gold range, like lead. Why is
Just
Dragon
based
an
off of
objective?
towers and
You can easily take Baron, I think, or force them to each their own.
yeah.
You got TP up top to take top tower. You know, this is kind of wonky. Rice doesn't push towers very quickly because he doesn't
Yes.
build AP, so his autos don't deal much damage.
Yeah.
And he doesn't build AD either, but your turret damage is either your AD
Yeah.
or a percentage of your AP that you build, which is why some AP champs
I
deal a
did
lot
just
of
take
damage
that.
to turrets.
Yeah.
But Ryze builds neither of those stats, and so he just builds mana, and so he deals almost, you could see, like any other champion in the game
Exactly.
would have knocked that turret down.
He's just so unique.
But it's interesting that they're taking this trade now, top lane
Yep.
for Dragon. 24 minutes into the game, that's kind of neat.
Oh!
Doggy!
Academic going down, giving a free kill to OPGG, but they are going to take the turret bot lane. There is nothing that they're going to be able to do it. They will gladly make that trade.
Jinx just takes turrets like a machine. She just
Insane.
bulldozes them.
Meanwhile, top lane, Bry's still just plugging along.
That was the Kaboom game. Played Jinx, and they said, you know, probably one of the reasons why Kaboom won that game is the enemy team was not used to playing Jinx.
Look at those
against
wards down there. That is insane to look at. And then the blue.
Wow.
They all have their wards almost essentially in the same places.
Yeah.
Just
so you can see
crazy to look at
they don't
that.
have many wards, but those are
Yeah.
wards with a purpose. They know they're
Make
sending
note,
3 people bottom.
OPGG is sending 4 people bottom. That's perfect. Oh, they needed to take that tower, but maybe they can take out Sion while they're at it. Maybe not quite so much. Jinx is there, putting down a lot of damage, and they don't have a lot of mana on this. X-Venom is going to go down. Perfect. Let's see if she has the ult.
And the Morg safe. Crazy legs.
Yeah, she does not have the ult there. Crazy Legs gets away. Crazy Legs just being a god this tournament with getting away from
Crazy
ridiculous
Legs getting
things.
other
We
people
have
away.
Maokai going on
the
going
Bruiser battle.
Bruiser battle, and who has the ward? Who has the higher move speed?
There's no way.
397. Oh, he will catch him.
Oh, he's why?
He had
Why would you go back and throw?
He had 17 higher move speed. Rise was going to catch him.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you can throw your E out. Come on.
Well, that's what he did.
No, he threw the Q.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's not possible. Maybe the cast time is longer.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really split moment to make a decision, and that's what he tried to do, so.
I feel like he had teammates kind of. I don't know. Bruiser battle, so fun to watch.
Always.
You know, this is why I think Riot should like go out on a limb and buff Vladimir and Kennen and like carry top laners.
Yeah.
I think, especially because I'm a Flame fan,
Okay.
I'd love to see Kennen come back in the meta.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite champions.
Definitely an oldie. At the same time, though, I must say, I always enjoy having... I feel like if you win your bot lane, that should be rewarded.
Yeah.
A lot more than a lot of other places. And being a support player,
You're right.
it just makes me feel like my job is a lot more meaningful, and that's a lot of what Riot has been wanting to do with Season 4, is trying to make support's jobs feel more meaningful. Okay. Okay, Sion. Just wanted to stop in and say hello.
Hanging out.
I don't
Yeah, I
know
think
if they're
so.
trying to go for the turret or fight.
Especially
Kind of
'cause
awkward.
Oh,
They didn't really make a decision. Venom!
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. Going back and forth, back and forth. Tristana, is she going to get dropped? No. Maokai follows her all the way through the jump.
No.
Wow. Insane.
And you know what? Right there, that was a misposition from Trist. She could have been dealing damage in the back, and that
Let's go ahead and watch that again.
Yeah. Rotate.
I'm gonna. Oh no! Slow it down.
Yeah. So
All
here
right.
it is.
So really
Do you
good
see how
ult
far
by
she moves back
Asuna.
right here? She's
Yes.
not dealing any damage. There's no reason. They're all CC. Dude.
Yep.
Sion could
Yeah,
be
she
dead
was
by
even
now.
walking back. She activates her Q.
The
They
flash.
start flying back. Now watch Maokai as he jumps in, flies towards Tristana as Tristana is jumping away.
Okay, now Triss sees her teammate. Her front line is dead.
Yes.
Her back line is back, and
Takes
she moves
huge
forward.
crit.
And I'm not sure.
Watch.
So she takes 50% of her HP for a misposition, and more dies.
Not
for
okay.
free.
She could have been doing that damage way earlier, like you said.
Much safer to do it with your front line.
Go ahead and jump back to normal speed.
So at first it was too safe, and then it was too not safe. You know?
Yeah, kind of a interesting disparity right there.
That is the solo queue mentality. Do things that are good at the wrong time, and do things that are bad at the right time.
Yes. Indeed. Wing Pow just using those wings, flying all over the place, whether it be Corki or Tristana today.
That is a fast Trist. Wobble wobble.
Aw, yeah. Does she have... What is that little, like, cannonball looking thing on her back? Is that a knapsack? Like a Santa's...
No,
Turn around, Triss, please.
It's an elf hat, man.
No, the little black... What is that?
Backpack? It's gotta just be a backpack, man. I don't
Okay.
know.
Just kind of weird
I've
looking.
never known.
I just never noticed that
Never
until now.
contemplated the complexities of Tristana's model.
I I bought the legendary Tristana skin way back in the day when it was the Firefighter. Had a lot of fun with it, just shooting water at people. That was one of the first ever like change particle effects, and people were like, "Why are you shooting water at me?" Like nobody back in the day had any legendary skins, so it was good
part
times.
Of those legendary skins is the auto attack feels smoother, I think.
Yes, I completely agree.
That's like a lot of the reason why people pick up that Kog'Maw legendary skin.
Yes.
Other than it's freaking awesome, that skin's
right?
great.
It's a sack of cannonballs.
The auto attack's much smoother than the original auto attack, especially before they changed his auto to make it smoother.
Sure.
And he's got the smallest model, which people don't know this, but it does make your champion harder to right click.
That's actually why I play the new red card Twisted Fate, is because his model is so much smaller.
Yeah.
Another skin that gives an advantage is the Frostfire Annie, because her stun, when her stun is up, it's harder to see. Ooh, getting the crazy legs just going down instantly. Doesn't even have a chance to use his black shield. Great initiation by Scion. Going in. Let's see if Scion can continue it. He's kind of a little bit too slow, but that was still a great initiation. That is going to be really crucial in putting down pressure on the rest of the map. We got a really strong pushing bot lane. They're possibly going to be able to take out this bottom lane.
What is going on?
Let's kind of see what happens here.
So I know I've questioned a lot of things in this game, but I've only got one last question. Why has Red Side not ended the game yet?
That is a very good question. You know, they only need this one more win. I think they're just really trying to stay really, really safe. If they win this game, they go to the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a little bit like watching CLGU grind out a win.
Yeah. You know, I was just talking earlier about this Korean game I watched where Ziggs was just clearing side lanes, and I can't remember who the enemy was. I want to say it was a Lulu. I want to say it was Faker on ooh, teleport canceled.
Never teleport to a dying turret.
Interesting.
One of the great proverbs of League of Legends.
Yes.
I feel like he caught himself there.
Definitely, probably a good catch. Just to finish that story, though, it was about an hour, 30-minute game. The most intense turtling I've ever seen.
It's like, man, after you see
they had
that...
700 minutes.
After you see that, I don't care how much they nerf Ziggs, I will ban that against him every game. Because I will never engage in that kind of game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just...
Did they pull it out? Did the Ziggs comp pull it out? Or did they finally crack? Do you remember?
I mean, it was really back and forth, honestly. It's even hard to say. Like, it was just one of the most intense, going from turtling to attacking the enemy base and just getting benefits off of both. And they were whittling down the enemy team after losing most of the game, but they were just holding off with a successful turtle. So those kind of things do happen.
Okay, so I feel like we've got a little bit of time to kill, so I have a question for you.
Sure.
What's your favorite League of Legends 5-game series you've ever watched?
Favorite League of Legends 5-game series.
Yeah? That's okay.
I would probably have... I don't generally watch, honestly, the 5-game series all the way through.
Okay.
Just going to be completely honest about that. I think the only one that I've really watched all the way through was SKTT1K versus Royal Club in the Season 3 World Finals. And that was insane. It was, 4 or 5, or was it Ari Charms via Faker? And they just rushed down that was probably one of the most intense games I've ever seen. I think they had a 15, 16-minute win.
I loved the comp they ran. It was all, like, at least 4 champions that could jump over a ledge.
Yeah. And so they just they took the tower, charm, took the tower, charm, took the tower, charm.
Yeah, and it was, they play it blue side, right? They
yeah.
And then the enemy would be on the other side of the ledge, and they'd all jump.
A little bit of damage going down on Maokai. And there goes everybody. Beautiful execute. A lot of damage going down by Scion, and everybody gets wiped up. And it looks like that's probably going to be the game. Those death timers are quite long at this point in the game. So it looks like they're gonna rush down this, take the inhib, and they have 5 members to take both of these middle turrets with. I'm guessing that that's gonna be the end of the game here.
There it is.
Yeah, Cyan's just gonna tank it. He's pretty huge now. He's gotten a lot of health. He has 3,500 health, a lot of armor. That's GG. Healy Wheelys goes to the finals.
All right.
Congratulations to Healy's Wheelys. Well played by OPGG. 2 great teams. Just want to reiterate, OPGG went into this without losing a game. Played against Healy's Wheelys, and Healy's Wheelys just honestly just did really well.